sa ChamieCC.TV. Muli tayong nagbabalik upang ibahagi sa inyo ang laban ng ating kababayang si Jackie Buntan. Although USA ang kanyang nire-represent, pero siya ay 100% dugong Pinoy na ipinanganak lamang sa Amerika ng kanyang mga magulang na Pinoy. Ito na nga, at medyo nakakakaba ang kanyang kalaban na si Ekaterina Vandaryeva na mas malaki at mataas sa kanya, na may kartada sa Muay Thai na 19 wins and 4 losses. Samantalang si Jackie naman ay may kartadang 21 wins and 5 losses. At tinalo niya sa kanyang huling laban si Wonder Girl Pertex via unanimous decision. Inaanyayahan ko kayo mag-subscribe sa ChamieCC.TV channel upang magtuloy-tuloy pa ang suporta natin sa ating mga Filipino fighters. At ito na ang mainit-init pang laban ni Jackie at Ekaterina sa kategorya Muay Thai Women's Strawweight Division. Huwag na kayong kukurap para makita ninyo ang galawan ng ating kababayang si Jackie Buntan. At upang malaman natin kung sino sa kanila ang karapat-dapat na manalo sa labang ito.
Oh, this is a win for me already. Anyone who comes out to the theme of Conan the Barbarian wins. And in the kickboxing and Muay Thai world, mantled Wonder Girl, the way she finished Wonder Girl, then you realise the massive potential of this young lady, Jackie Buntan. From Super Series Muay Thai strawweight contest. So basically what you're seeing here, for those of you not familiar with Muay Thai, is all the strikes you see in mixed martial arts, but at a higher level with none of the ground game.
And now, this match is 3 rounds of 3 minutes in a 1 Super Series Women's Strawweight Muay Thai contest. Introducing first, out of the blue corner, she stands at 170 centimeters tall, holding a Muay Thai record of 19 wins and 4 losses. Training out of Kick Fighter Gym, Belarus, representing Belarus. Stepping into action is Ekaterina Vandaryeva. And introducing her opponent out of the red corner, she stands at 162 centimeters tall, holding a Muay Thai record of 21 wins and 5 losses. Training out of Boxing Works, representing the United States of America. Get ready for Jackie Buntan. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Mr. Olivier Coste.
All right, watch out for the headbutt, the back of the head and the spine. Fight fair, fight clean. Dodge grab if you want, and back your corner.
Final instructions from Olivier Coste. This is a 1 Super Series striking only contest, which means that 3 judges circle side are scoring round by round on a 10-point must system, as opposed to our global mixed martial arts rule set, in which a match is scored in its entirety and not round by round. Is there a sense of revenge in the mind, in the emotion of Ekaterina Vandaryeva, after she was knocked out by Jackie Buntan's main training partner, Janet Todd, in Tokyo? Inside leg by Buntan, outside leg by Vandaryeva.
Yeah, this is what I expect. Buntan to utilize circular movements, really try to close that distance, and utilize a lot of her left kick. Vandaryeva wants to get nice and tight, but she also wants to stay at her punching range.
Overhand right seems to be the go-to weapon so far for Vandaryeva.
You talked about a little bit of revenge there, Michael, but Vandaryeva seems to have a snarl on her face.
Well, I've never seen her more focused, more determined than this week. She wants to hurt Jackie Buntan. Send a message perhaps to Janet Todd. Overhand right to a left hook there from Buntan.
Yeah, I think Jackie Buntan here, she operates a lot like Janet Todd does. Obviously, they're training partners, very cerebral, and it typically takes her a little bit of time to figure her opponent out. And you can see that she's having just a little bit of trouble with Vandaryeva's range here.
But what she is utilizing, Rich, though, she's utilizing those feints. And she's getting a reaction out of Vandaryeva. And it's kind of telling her exactly what she's going to be doing once she starts throwing these shots.
Absolutely, and that's going to pay dividends in the second round.
Left hook to a straight right hand there from Buntan. Her combination work against Wonder Girl Vertex was sublime. This one, a one Super Series Muay Thai contest, striking only, no ground game. In 4-ounce gloves, no margin for error. 1 minute 15 remains. First of 3 right-hand misses there for Vandaryeva. Not so the low kick from Buntan.
Yeah, Buntan's starting to touch her up with that leg kick, and she's also getting in and out of distance. Yeah, she comes in, she flurries, and then she's out. Vandaryeva needs to get some respect. Needs to start putting that jab out there and utilize that reach.
Front kick from Vandaryeva. Don't forget, folks, our co-main event tonight. Eddie Alvarez is back. He takes on Oak Rayun. Eddie trying to break into the lightweight top 5. Good leg kick there from Vandaryeva. Nice extension. Overhand right to a left hook from Buntan. They tie up, chance to work the knees or the elbows. Nothing happening, and the boss, Olivia Cost, separates them.
I tell you, Vandaryeva looked strong in that clinch there if I was her. Even though I have that reach advantage, I might be using that reach to close the distance and start utilizing that clinch.
20 seconds to go in this first round. The corner of Buntan saying get on the inside and then disengage. Land your scoring points, get out of range.
10 seconds.
Buntan does her best work when she throws a combination and then finishes with the low kick. When she just throws one shot at a time, she's enabling Ekaterina to kind of see where it's coming from because of the distance.
End of the first round, we go to the towels. Once again, there are 3 judges circle side who are scoring this one round by round on what's called a 10-point must system. You give the winner of the round 10 points, you give the less dominant fighter 9 points. So, Mitch, let's take a look at what went down in this round, then we'll go to Richard's scorecard.
Yeah, it was interesting the way that they're trying to adjust to the range and the distance of each other. Ekaterina's trying to keep her at the end, trying to finalize those kicks. I liked her pressure in the beginning of that round. Jackie is coming in and out. She's doing good work, just kind of closing in, flurrying, and then getting back out. Rich?
Yeah, I have Ekaterina actually controlling the first half of the round there, but as the round went on, you talked about those feints. Those feints started to pay off a little bit for Jackie in the end. She was able to put punches together more in combinations. In my mind, I have the round split a little bit, so I'm going to go 10-10 on this round for these girls.
Second round of 3 inside the Singapore Indoor Stadium. It's 1 on TNT, 4, where our main event tonight will be Ong Lutton Sung versus his arch nemesis, the man who took his middleweight title from him, Renya Derrida. Our main card broadcast begins at 10 p.m. Eastern in the US on TNT. Good inside leg kick there from Buntan. Quick torque, nice pivot. Cracks the lower part of the shin to the inside thigh. And there's one from Vandaryeva. High to that femoral profunda. Overhand right from Vandaryeva.
Vandaryeva is trying to find a home with that right hand. I'd like to see her set it up with that jab, but she likes to throw those kicks. She's using her kicks as almost those jabs just to set up that big right hand that she's got.
Vandaryeva is using her reach far better than Wonder Girl did against Buntan. Buntan hasn't gotten to the inside so far. We're almost a minute down in this second round. Refusing to give up center circle here. Vandaryeva. Both trade right hands. Main event tonight, Ong Lutton Sung, Renya Derrida for the light heavyweight world title. High kick from Vandaryeva, body kick from Buntan. Kicking game in the second round. Nice solid right hand from Buntan, looking for the jaw of Vandaryeva.
Vandaryeva's throwing a lot of kicks, and that's exactly what we expected her to do because of that long reach that she's got. Jackie's got to try to get in a little bit tighter. I like the way she's throwing that straight right hand to the body, and you can see Vandaryeva kind of shrug that off. I'd like to see Buntan go body and then back up to the head and then finish with the legs.
Go what? Turning back kick to the thigh from Vandaryeva. That was the technique made famous by Andy Hoog in K1. He used that technique, a turning back kick to the thigh, to knock out Mike Bernardo and win the K1 World Grand Prix.
I think that right hand of Vandaryeva is starting to do a little bit of damage to Jackie Buntan.
Jab 2 from Buntan.
Vandaryeva is doing a great job of using her range here with her kicks, but the only way she's catching Jackie is when Jackie's actually coming in to close the distance. She's unable to capitalize it on the backside, though, landing multiple piece combinations. You see there, like Jackie does a great job of evading these punches.
Right hand to right outside thigh kick there from Vandaryeva.
30 seconds left in the second round.
I think it's been a good round here for Ekaterina Vandaryeva. Overhand right again.
See, that's beautiful, though, the way Buntan gets in like that. She comes straight in, she fires about 3 pieces, and then immediately she circles out. She's not there for the counter. She's incredibly fast, but she just hasn't picked up the volume yet. I think she's still worried about that big right hand thrown by Ekaterina, and also these leg kicks. You can see the superficial damage on that lead leg of Buntan.
Don't forget, folks, at 10 p.m. Eastern in the USA, live on TNT, our main card, 3 fights including Umar Khan and Kirill Brashenko, Eddie Alvarez, Onglan Sung, all the stars are there.
See, that's that right hand right there. You can see Ekaterina kind of smiles at her. The smirk goes away, or the snarl goes away, and the smirk starts to show. That touched up the face of Buntan. That's what Ekaterina needs to do a little bit more of. She needs to be more aggressive, because right now, Rich, it could be anybody's game, or is it 2-0?
No, I tell you what, I gave this round to Vandaryeva, and you saw it in that first replay there when she landed the right hand. She's landing the counters on Buntan's entries. Buntan is so good at actually getting back out and exiting that she's not catching her on the way out. So that's where she's landing the bulk of her strikes. So right now, you can see a little bit of damage on Ekaterina's nose there, but you can see the blood coming out of Buntan's nose. A little bit of accumulated damage.
Damage is our highest scoring category, so who do you give it to?
Oh, this round definitely goes to Vandaryeva, but we're talking about minimal damage.
Ready? Two!
Who do you give it to, Mitch? You're putting Rich on the fence every time. Who do you give it to?
Because he's the vice president, man. He knows the scoring. Look
Don't
at
ignore
this.
my answer. Don't say, look at this.
I say 1-1. I think
All
we're
right.
going, this is the final one right here. It's anybody's ball game.
Hooking a right hands there, Rich, from Vandaryeva.
Well, keep in mind, I had the first round even, so technically Vandaryeva has 1 round at this point.
Vandaryeva controlling center circle. Buntan on the inside. Chant for the knees. Tries to throw. Should Vandaryeva get the win, I wonder if she'll call out Janet Todd for a rematch, a revenge match. Far from done yet. Still with 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. Dragon has it 1 round apiece. Rich Franklin has a drawn first round in the second round to Vandaryeva. Switch up kick there from Buntan was stuffed. Skip up half front kick, half side kick from Vandaryeva. Onglan Sung, Renia Dorita later on tonight in our main event on TNT.
You can see Vandaryeva is touching up that lead leg of Buntan, and she's also getting her on the entry. As Buntan approaches to try to close that distance, that's where Ekaterina's throwing that leg kick, and she's doing some damage to it.
Hasn't been much clinch work tonight where either lady has managed to get off the knees or the elbows. Left hook misses, outside thigh kick was nice to the top part of the thigh there from Buntan. Ekaterina goes body and head off the right hand. High kick was caught, looks for a low sweep. Nicely done from Jackie Buntan.
Yeah, she's got great timing, but she's having a hard time with this reach. Her approach just isn't quite the same. She's not throwing the volume that she threw against Wonder Girl. And I think it's because of that counter right hand, and also it's those leg kicks as well. But that was a beautiful combination landed by Buntan. I love it when she mixes up the body and the head with her leg shots. That right there, look at that body, head, goes to the leg. Misses one, but gets you with the other.
Last 20 seconds or so has been a good scoring portion for Jackie Buntan, the 23-year-old.
This is what Buntan needs. This is what she needs. She needs to increase the volume. She could take it. She's got 30 seconds to put in work, but Ekaterina could do the exact same thing. One big shot.
Now, I do want to say, folks, there are no draws in one Super Series. So if Rich Franklin was to give the last round to Jackie Buntan, it would be a draw in his scorecard, but he would have to choose a winner. There are no draws, there are no extension rounds in one Super Series. Good right hand from Vandaryeva. Nice elbow from Buntan. Can they go kleptomaniac and steal the final round? Outside leg kick from Buntan. And we are going down to the judges. I'll tell you what, this is going to be razor close because it may have been a drawn first round. I believe Vandaryeva took the second, Buntan the third, which makes it a draw technically on our scorecards. Rich, I think you're agreeing with me.
Yeah, I have it scored the same way. I gave that last round to Buntan, but I will say this, you know, Mitch and I had a little debate about who he gave the first round to Buntan. I had it as a draw. But if I got to pick a winner on this one, obviously, because we now have a 19-19 score, 29-29 score, I would have to choose Buntan on this. So this is all going to boil down to how the actual judges probably see that first round.
Nice
Combination from Buntan was superb, wasn't
That
it?
was. In that third round, she started to find her rhythm. She was more aggressive, and she also threw more volume. But Ekaterina did slow down a little bit in that third round, so I think it's one round apiece in 2 and 3. But then that first round, that's going to be the one that's most important. Was it the first part of the round that went to Ekaterina, or was it the latter part of that first round that went to Jackie Buntan? Tough call.
Yeah, in this third round, that's exactly why I gave Buntan the round. You saw it in the replays there. She was able to put her punches together in combinations, and she did it several times during that round. On top of that, making Vandaryeva miss way more often.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of battle, we turn now to the judges' scorecards. Your judges have declared your winner by majority decision from the red corner, Jackie Buntan.
Jackie Buntan.